Healthy self-esteem is perhaps the most important basic quality of a winning human being. You want to be able to say, I like myself. Given my parents and my background, I'm glad I'm me. I realize I may not be the best looking in the group, but I always look my best in every group. I'd rather be me than anyone else in the world. This is the self-talk of a winner. Winners have developed a strong sense of self-worth, regardless of their status. They weren't necessarily born with these good feelings, but they've learned to like themselves through practice. The most successful companies in the world know that valued employees are their most precious resource. Valuable employees pass their value on to customers, and the result, excellence, quality. The most powerful competitors in the world marketplace. Instead of comparing ourselves to others, we should view ourselves in terms of our own abilities, interests, and goals. We can begin by making a conscious effort to upgrade our lifestyle, education, and personal development. You see, you always project on the outside how you feel on the inside. Self-acceptance, as we are right now, that's the key to healthy self-esteem. Seeing ourselves as worthwhile, changing, imperfect, growing individuals, and knowing that although we aren't born with equal mental and physical uniforms, we are born with the equal right to feel deserving of excellence according to our own internal standards. A healthy challenge is to accept ourselves right now as changing, growing, imperfect works of art, and also form an image or a dream of whom we're becoming. And this future projection is in no way designed to detract from the magnificence and beauty of who we are now. It gives us direction and inspiration to become more of who we really are. Core values radiate like rings, as when a leaf falls in a pond. The self-centered constantly seek approval from and power over others. They try to impress them with their worth rather than express concern for others' well-being, and their outward appearances usually involve ways to hide their real thoughts and intentions. And there's a paradoxical proverb here. You must feel worthy of the best, but not more worthy than the rest. In other words, you were born with every right to experience success, but being your best doesn't mean that you're superior to others. The value-centered give of themselves freely and graciously, constantly seeking to empower others. Open and modest, they have no need for conceit, which is the opposite of core value, feeling good about who they are and not needing to constantly talk about their victories or line their walls with associations with celebrities or their awards. People with core values spend much of their time paying value to others, a concept you'll learn more about throughout this program. When praised, they accept the value paid and share the spotlight. When they make mistakes, they view them as learning experiences and accept responsibility. Self-esteem can't be bought, won in an arena, measured in a stock portfolio, or displayed in a fashion model's figure or an entertainment star's profile. Self-esteem is a profound belief that you deserve to be happy and successful. It's as necessary for human development as oxygen, as basic as the carbon from which diamonds are formed. You know, I used to think that diamonds were so sought after because of their glittering appearance as a status symbol, but discovered that they're actually so valuable because they're almost impossible to destroy. Formed at the Earth's core and very rare, they hold their value indefinitely. The simple truth is, if you have no internalized feelings of value, you have nothing to share with others. You can need them, depend upon them, look for security in them, but you can't share or give feelings of love and value to anyone else. unless you possess these feelings yourself. The diamond is inside, as an uncut gemstone of priceless potential, waiting to be mined, shaped, and polished. You're the star in your own universe, and with the help of this program, you're about to discover the essence of your unique journey toward personal enrichment. Let's discover the champion within. You're standing on the highest pedestal, the one in the center. You hear the roar and approval from the crowd. As the first note of the national anthem is played in the Olympic Stadium, you feel all the pride and honor that accompanies this moment. 10,000 hours of preparation for this one triumphant moment in history. You've won the gold. That dream of an Olympic championship is in the heart of every amateur athlete, just as the grand final, World Cup, Super Bowl, and Wimbledon are the goals of professional football players and tennis players. What are your dreams? You're most likely not a world-class athlete, but surely you have aspirations of your own. Perhaps you imagine a metaphorical gold medal being placed around your neck by the managing director or the CEO of your company, or by your friends and family for being the best in your own unique way. Maybe you wonder whether you're up to the risk of starting your own business. There's a trap of having to prove your worth, and let me explain it. On Sundays, our grandparents would take us children to ride the huge merry-go-round next to the zoo. We could hardly wait to mount those bobbing zebras, lions, tigers, and stallions and whirl around and around to the music of the antique pipe organ. Surrounded by mirrors and lights, our hearts would pound in anticipation as we stretched out desperately to try to be the one among all the riders who would grab the gold ring and win another ride. So began our competitive spirits. Now, you may never even have heard of grabbing the gold ring on the carousel, but in many cities where there are carousels, if you reach out and catch it, you not only get a free ride, your name is also announced over the loudspeaker, and all the other kids and their parents applaud. And of course, the kids all wish it could have been them instead of you. Reflecting back now on my youth, I've come to some realizations. Many of us did start out thinking of success and winning as something that you got by reaching outside yourself and proving to others that you were worthy. Come to think of it, most of my friends also believed that you had to prove or earn or win or perform in some special way, and then you deserve the gold ring or the Olympic gold medal. The approval of others seemed to precede feelings of self-confidence and self-worth. You were entitled to feel good about yourself only after you performed well. Why did it take me so many years to discover that just the reverse ought to be true? After devoting most of my career to investigating the well springs of personal and professional success, I'm able to make the following statements with great confidence. You need to feel love inside yourself before you can offer it to anyone else. Your own sense of value determines the quality of your performance. Performance is only a reflection of internal worth, not a measure of it. The less you try to impress, the more impressive you are. What you show the world on the outside is a mirror image of how you feel on the inside. The key trait shared by athletic champions and winners in every walk of life is the fundamental belief in one's own internal value. If your success depends on external possessions, you'll be subject to constant anxiety. When your peer group cheers one of your accomplishments, you'll feel good for a while, but then you'll wonder if they'll cheer as loudly the next time. If they're critical, you'll feel hurt and threatened. The truth is, you can never win over a long period of time if your concept of success depends upon the perfect performance or the placing of a gold medal around your neck. It's obvious that talent, looks, and other attributes aren't equally distributed, but we've all been given an abundance of value, more than we could use in several lifetimes. The game of life certainly isn't played on a level playing field for each of us in terms of education, a supportive home life, and other circumstances beyond our control. But we can assure you that you were born with the qualities of a champion. And that's what we mean by value. You see, champions are born, but they can be unmade by their perceptions, exposure, and responses. Losers are not born to lose. They're programmed that way by their own responses to their environment and their decisions. And there's a phrase we like to use, the inner winner. That describes the kind of person who recognizes his or her internal value and who's able to use that recognition as the foundation for achieving any goal. The secret to wearing the gold medal around your neck in the external world is that first you must be an inner winner. You must recognize that you're already a champion within. Here's your question for today's lesson. Do you feel good about who you are today? Or do you feel that you need to excel more to prove your worth? Today's action, give yourself a reward for something that you've done, that you're proud of, even though no one around you may have noticed or commented. After you reward yourself, go to the tribe and tell everyone what it is that makes you proud of yourself and how did you reward yourself. And thank you for joining me today on this important lesson.